Solent Ships, busiest. Solent Ships, busiest, all received, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon to you. Norwegian Star, busiest, thank you. Maryland, busiest.
Ahoy, shipmates! Oh, it's working now. Well, honestly, updates are an absolute nightmare. They just break everything. You think something's working and it's not working, and then you've got to go off and check it, and oh, what a pain. Anyway, it's working now. As you can see, it's not a cruise ship. It's the Norwegian Star due to depart any second now, and then Anthem of the Seas for the last time at 5:15. In the meantime, I thought we'd watch these watch this 1, 2, 1. Oh, hang on, I'm not sure if you can 2, 1 watches. Oh, it's all getting very confusing. 2 1s. 2 1s don't make a 2, do they? Right, 2 1 container ships. Ocean Network Express. Magenta container ships here. The One Treasure is just departing. I think she's probably going to hold up the Norwegian Star from departing. Norwegian Star is departing at 4, and then 5:15 for the very last time, Anthem of the Seas. Anthem of the Seas, I don't think is going to come back to the port of Southampton anytime soon. It heads off to the Canaries, what looks like a refit as far as I can tell. Then she's off to Singapore, then Seattle in 2025, and then down to New Zealand. Sorry, it's down to Sydney, Australia in the end of 2026. No, Norwegian Star is on the move. Oh, that's sneaky, isn't it? I wasn't expecting that. Oh, blimey. I didn't quite hear the radio. I had the radio on, but for some reason...
Independent Horizon, VTS Channel 12.
I wasn't picking up Norwegian Star, so that was... Oh, right, no, yeah, it's a good job I went live early then. I was almost going to wait.
Independent Horizon, Brando VTS. Yes, sir. Information. Your pilot could be about 5 or 10 minutes late. If you can choose to safe speed, sir, and do not pass a pilot station until the pilot steps on the bridge. Over.
Norwegian starts off on a 10-day round trip to Europe, France, Germany, and Belgium's. Calling in.
Yes, that's correct, sir. Yep. The launch is on his way to you. We'll be talking to you very shortly on Channel 9. But yeah, if you can just watch points, please.
Calling in at Zeebrugge in Belgium, Oslo in Norway, Gothenburg in Sweden, Rostock in Germany. That's an unusual port. We don't hear that one very often as a port. Copenhagen in Denmark, and then Uljimindan in the Netherlands. Not sure I pronounced that one correctly. And then France. I'll go over into Le Havre. Wonderful weather out there today. Much better than it was earlier in the week. Currently round 12.5 C. Visibility is 30 nautical miles, and there's a gentle breeze. So there'll be no tug action today on the cruise ships. Although, as you can see, there are plenty of tugs out there on the One Treasure. That's probably why there's a bit of a gap between the departures here, between the One Treasure. Sorry, the Norwegian Star and the Anthem of the Seas. Oh, there's shipmate Mark says he's currently on board Iona in Portugal. I must go back through the chat. Sorry, I knew there was an audio problem at the beginning. I was just trying to fix it. Oh, there's shipmate Katie Pace. Has been a member for 29 months. Oh, excellent shipmate. Many thanks for being a member of the crew. Oh, there's shipmate Elizabeth G. And oh, there's shipmate Deborah Speller.
Yeah, Warship Dawn or CTS, that's all received, sir. Thank you. Can you ensure your AIS is working? Over.
Oh, there's shipmate Ellie Merley. I think she mentioned something about pink. I think you'll find it's magenta. They're not pink. And some shipmates said they were on Iona somewhere, wouldn't they? Yeah, shipmate Mark is currently on Iona in Portugal. Excellent. Oh, shipmate Lee Tyres says they had their first ever cruise on Anthem, and we got engaged on her last year. Well, congratulations, shipmate. Certainly very memorable. Yeah, somebody was asking where Gary the giraffe is. And, we're not going to see him, I don't think, potentially, for the next couple of years. Rather a shame. Bit of a channel firm favourite of the channel, Gary. Oh, there's a few shipmates down here in Mayflower Park this afternoon. It is pretty decent weather out there. Unlike the last couple of days where we've had wet and windy weather, although I shouldn't complain too much. At least we haven't had a hurricane like our friends out in Florida. I was reading the news, and there were a number of cruise ships that couldn't get into port over in Florida because of the weather. It's not a problem we have. Looks like Norwegian Star is backing out into the middle swing ground, and then the One Treasure is in the upper swing ground. I can show you that on the map. There we go. So there's the One Treasure. She's swinging in the upper swing ground, just as Norwegian Star is reversing to the middle swing ground. And I suspect One Treasure will come past, and then Anthem of the Seas won't be too far behind. Well, the shipmate Jill Marsh says Norwegian Star isn't listed on the cruise ship's timetable for Southampton. I'm not sure where you're looking, but certainly listed for me. Parting at 4 o'clock today. And she's heading off on a 10-day cruise. And there's a bit of a gap. I'm not quite sure where she's going. And then she's back, departing again in November, and then we don't see her again for a while. And she bounces around. She looks like she's off to South America at the beginning of the year, and then back into Southampton again. It's that time of year, shipmates, where the ships are departing all the last time from port. I do sort of think that the graphics on the side of Norwegian Star, I'm having to be careful with my wording here, but a bit dated, perhaps. Oh, I guess it goes along with the name of the ship. Traffic at a standstill again. Well, you can just see the one in the distance as well. In fact, if I move the camera across, let's see if I can. Yeah, so that's the Norwegian Star turning towards us here. Looks like she might be turning clockwise, and then turning anti-clockwise in the back of the picture. It's the One Treasure. Oh, this is double spin action here. That's pretty entertaining. Shipmate Paul Carroll says Norwegian Star, beautiful ship, sailed on a couple of times, well staffed and not too big. Well, it'd be interesting to see how many passengers are on board. I bet there's more passengers on board Norwegian Star than there is on Anthem of the Seas. As far as I know, Anthem of the Seas is going to be empty. Norwegian Star, one of the older ships on the Norwegian line, built in 2001. It's 23 years old. Built at an approximate cost of $400 million US.
ATS, Red Jet 6, good afternoon to you. Town Quay to Cows, please.
6, please, yes, sir. Yes, please, sir. Thank you.
Has a slightly higher top speed than your average cruise ship, with 25 knots, or 46 kilometres an hour for all you continental types, and 29 miles an hour in the King's units. 294 metres long, beam of 38, 91,000 gross tonnes. Approximate capacity for around about 2,800 passengers maximum, with a crew of just over 1,000. Yeah, it's a fairly good crew to passenger ratio, and yes, and I just don't suspect, as one of the shipmates has said, not too big, so you get familiar with some of your crew. There we go. Look at this. We've got two ships spinning in front of us. That's excellent. And one spinning clockwise. I think it's been a while since we've had a clockwise spinner.
Red Jet 7 VTS, afternoon again. Traffic-wise, you've got the Norwegian Star swinging in the middle swing ground outwards, and the one treasure almost completed swing in the upper swing ground proceeding out. Over.
The graphic on the bow of the Norwegian Star always makes me think it's a smiling, happy ship. It does look a happy ship, isn't it? There we go, that's the one treasure swinging in the background there. Nope, nope, what with that?
The Southampton VTS, one treasure.
That one treasure VTS, afternoon again, sir.
Yeah, afternoon. Well, all swung. Shortly proceed now.
Yep, one treasure VTS, all understood, sir. Thank you. I'm sure you can see the Norwegian Star swinging in the middle swing ground out. Sir. And Red Eagle, Northwest Alley.
Okay, yeah, thanks for
Shipmate Jill says, oh, Southampton VTS is where she's looked. Oh, well, I'm looking on the Southampton VTS's page, and yeah, it's they're both listed for today. The Anthem of the Seas and Norwegian Star. There we go. Anthem of the Seas and Norwegian Star for departing at 4 o'clock and 5:15. Maybe you're looking on a different page. Maybe you need to refresh your browser, shipmate. I'm always having problems with my browsers and drivers. That's all. It seems to be working now. Oh, I've spoken too soon. No, it still seems to be working. A few more departures coming up over the next couple of days. Two more tomorrow, the Queen Anne tomorrow and the MSC Preziosa. Then on Saturday, there's 3 departures on Saturday. The Avia, the MSC Virtuosa and the Celebrity Apex. Celebrity Apex recently has been making a bit of a habit of going west past the Needles, so I'll be looking forward to live streaming that one again because I am hoping she'll go that way again. It makes for absolutely stunning sight. But there's plenty of shipmates up on the top deck there. We're on the front of the ship. And the sun's come out, so... God, it's not all bad, is it? The picture looks a bit jerky. I think I'm having more computer issues. I'll have to have a look at that. There we go. And there's the smiley, happy face of the Norwegian Star.
BTS, Red Eagle, Northwest at the inbound. Permissions, carry on.
Red Eagle VTS, yes, we got the Norwegian Star almost completed swing in the middle swing ground out, followed by the one treasure. Over.
Oh, grab it,
Oh, certainly got some spinning movement on there. Well, there should be Animal Days. Am I live tomorrow and Saturday? Yeah, I should be alive tomorrow, I think. What was the times for tomorrow? Tomorrow's just 2 departures tomorrow. Oh, it's annoying. That's 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. So I suppose we could have a ship's TV first and then a bit of a galley break and then come back for the MSC Preziosa. Although it will be dark, unfortunately, at 8 o'clock. It's that time of year. Not many weeks left now until the clocks go backwards and then it's going to be even worse. Just a couple of days of sun. Imagine we're going to have plenty of rain. Well, the shipmate Keith, who's in watching on his 50-inch TV in Gosport. Right, local shipmates. Well, the shipmates KF Love in Me. Okay. Says, is that ship spinning super fast? No, not really, shipmate. It's amazing how fast they do spin. It is incredible. They really do spin with a lot of speed. I think they can probably spin faster than I can swim. A couple of shipmates there up on the bow. Got their own private little balcony areas. Not like the shipmate we had the other day, and she had a cabin with a balcony that went right out over the wing bridge. I don't remember which ship that was. That Britannia, I think. Very impressive cabin. I would much like that one, I think. You've got a good view forwards and backwards without having to get out up on deck. Marvellous. Excellent blue spell. Mark Jesus, turn on Tanner. Excellent. Not sure our international viewers will know what a Tanner is. And yes, shipmate Steve McGinnis is showing your age at Mark G. I don't know if we have any shipmates on board this one today. Also, I noticed we've got Queen Mary 2 on Sunday, and I've got a couple of friends departing on Queen Mary 2, and they've promised to get it right this time. They previously went out on, I don't remember which ship it was, and they were on the wrong side of the ship. Well, the ship departed. Instead of being on the port side, underneath the name of the ship, they were on the starboard side, underneath the name of the ship. I said, what were you thinking of? Shipmate Stuart Ross is asking, what's the platform called that the crew stand on just at the nose?
Norwegian Star, swing fleet, proceeding out. Call that spearhead boy.
I think you're talking about...
Norwegian Star, yes, thank you, sir. Got the Red Eagle dockhead there, inward bound.
Thank you.
I think you're talking about the hatches. There's a little hatch here, right at the front of the ship. I think that's what you're talking about. I think that's the well deck. That's the hatch, the well deck. So that's where all the lines, when the ship is moored, they come in to that area, and that hatch allows the people to see, make sure the lines are clear, and they seems to be protocol to keep that hatch down. Oh, come on, camera, focus. No, come on. Protocol seems to be to keep those hatches open while they're leaving, so it's an extra eyes, make sure someone's looking out the front, make sure not crashing into anything or any small craft in their way. Is that somebody waving there above Norwegian Star? I didn't realise there was another deck down there. There's a deck under the lifeboats as well. Interesting. Yeah, quite a few shipmates up on deck. I think it's lovely weather for it. Shipmate Elizabeth Leibon, she likes the graphics on Norwegian Star. Or it's just me, then I'm just a fuzzy bugger. I do like the swoopy bit at the front. It makes it look like a pair of lips. It just reminds me of, I don't know, it reminds me of something from the 80s or something. I'm not sure quite what it is about it, but it just looks a bit dated or something. I don't know. Shipmate Paul Stanley says, do the ships sail over Christmas? Yes, they do. They do. You can go on Christmas cruises. And what's quite popular this time of year, not now, but later on, and I'm not sure when they open, I think it might be someone in beginning of November, are the Christmas markets. There'll be a number of Christmas markets in...
VTS, Bargate, that's us finished on the One Treasure, heading back to 37.
Bargate, VTS, all received, thank you. That's the Red Eagle inbound. Passing the ocean dock.
Yeah, that's all understood, thank you.
The VTS ferry, that's likewise for us. We've also got the Don Quixote next.
That's all received, thank you.
Yeah, there's a number of Christmas markets in Europe, and so quite a few of the cruises will go to all the Christmas markets. Shipmate Elizabeth Leeborn. Oh, she's going to be, I think they're missing Gary the giraffe. I know that technically it's not the name of the giraffe, but... technically it's not Gary, but we're affectionately called Gary on the channel. I'm really jerky on this camera. I'll have to sort that out. It's a never-ending quest to make sure all the technology keeps working. It has a habit of falling over and breaking. We've got the Red Funnel Ferry here. It's just about to pass the Norwegian Star. I was hoping we might get some horns, but it's not. Yep, Gary is off to Dubai, but I think the Anthem is calling in first of all at the Canary Islands for a bit of a refit. Then she's heading over to Dubai and then off to Singapore and then off to Australia, so we won't see her for a couple of years. Well, the shipmate Annabelle Dacious, am I live on the 25th of October? Oh, crikey. Don't know. I'll tell you when I am live. I tend to be live more at the weekends than during the week. Sometimes I just don't get back to my cabin in time. Let's have a look. Let's see if 25th of October. Let's have a look for that.
Majestic VTS chance one.
That's a Friday. There's a good chance. And the Saturday, the 2nd of November. Let's have a quick look.
Majestic VTS. Again, Mark. Yeah, just looking on the radar. I think we've got a fishing vessel doing the do right on the pilot boarding area.
Doing the do? What's going on? 2nd of November, there's a couple of cruise ships, Sky Princess and Iona departing. But also on the 2nd of November, there's going to be a big firework display in Mayflower Park, so I shall be live for that as well. And it probably won't coincide with the ship movement. And hopefully the weather's good. Last couple of years, it's not been very good. But it's always a very impressive... What's not making on this camera? There's something wrong with this software. Updates. That's the problem. You think everything's perfect, and then updates come along and break everything.
I can't VTS that. All received. Thank you. Good afternoon to
you. Anybody says doing the do. I don't know what that's all about. Sounds like he's fishing where the pilot would board. Have a look. Let's have a look. See if I can work out where that might be. I see. It makes sense now. It is actually a fishing boat called Doing the Do. A very unusual name. Doing the Do. Catching the food if you're doing the do. See, we still have a... Nope, wrong one. See, we still have a ferry. The Isle of the White Ferries is still over here. I'm guessing it's in for repair or refurbishment. heading up to the dockhead now. Have a look on Netlycam. Yes, Netlycam's working. Oh, look at that. How calm that water is. For 10th of October, for a sail away, I think you're doing quite well today, I think. It's looking...
Red Falcon VTS at all seas, thank you. I've got the warship Pursuer approaching the South Bramble there on engine trials. We have the Norwegian Star approaching dockhead outwards, followed by the container vessel One Treasure.
Looks like she's just opened up the throttles there. In case you're wondering, the One Treasure is coming past as well. My word, look at the size of that. Absolutely massive. Yep, so make sure...
Eddie Bluefin VTS, afternoon again.
Yeah, make sure you tune in for Fireworks Night on Saturday the 2nd. We will have fireworks and all sorts going on. Probably just fireworks, though, really. Actually, I did see it was a Disney disco firework display. I don't really know what that means.
Yeah, Bluefin VTS, that's all understood, thank you. No immediate traffic for you at the moment. We are boarding the Independent Horizon in the next 5-10 minutes east of the tower in for Southampton. I take it you'll be over the new grounds North Channel, sir? Bluefin VTS, all received, thank you.
Oh, there. Shipmate Ellie Money says, it's got apparently doing the do's got an alternative meaning. I'm not sure I know what that is. Just disconnecting the line there.
Yes. One Treasure just approaching the Pierhead Buoy outbound now.
One Treasure VTS, all received, sir, thank you. Local ferries, and we should be boarding the Independent Horizon in the next 5 minutes or so east of the tower.
Hey, it's all received. Sorry, boy, it's possible to ask the other desk. What side of the nav, please?
Yep, we just changed. It's starboard out now, please.
No. Okay. We're looking at 1735 at the PC.
1735 at the PC, all understood.
Northwest Italian continuous speed, please. And can we have a tidal, dockhead tidal gauge, please?
All received, Dan. I've got 4 metres, sir. 4 metres.
Here comes the One Treasure. Can't exactly miss her, can you?
VTS from Norwegian Star, Western Shell.
Oh, we just started, yes, thank you, sir.
VTS, Eston.
Eston, VTS, sir. Afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon to you, Andy. Yes, that's just finished on the One Treasure outbound. Back to 37 for a little while, then we've got the Independence coming in.
That's all received, Chris. Thank you.
Well, it's Norwegian Star's heading... Oh, they're good on the red jet. Norwegian Star's heading down Southampton water. Just getting some... Sorry, I've been busy watching the container ship One Treasure. It's just amazingly big. Like you can see the gaps between the containers where you can see through to the other side. Get some stunning shots sometimes when the sun is setting low enough that it actually shines through the containers. Not getting that today, but I think you get the idea though. Next away, is Anthem of the Seas. She's due away at 5:15 for the last time, the very last time. I haven't heard any passenger numbers yet, or passenger numbers for Anthem. I think Anthem will be empty because I think she's going to the Canary Islands for a refit. Or the shipmate Ken Passy says they will be on Preziosa. 8 p.m. departure, Friday, 1st November. If I'm live, I think that's a... Oh, you said it was a Friday. Yes, I suspect so. Sometimes Fridays are tricky if I'm travelling on a Friday. But generally, I can get back for Fridays. Or the shipmate Dave C. He's in Australia or something, getting adverts. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's YouTube. There's a few gaps here at the stern of one treasure. Yeah, I should be live, shipmate Ken. When you're off on Preziosa, you're going to miss the fireworks. They're happening the next day. They're happening on Saturday. Saturday the 2nd, I think. Well, the shipmate Michael White. Oh, it's tuning in from Bangkok. Yeah, I think you'll be quite smug with your Bangkok weather now. It looks like the harbour master there is rushing down to accompany Norwegian Star.
So, Spandalby, yes, good afternoon. So, Spandalby, yes, that's all understood. So, got the Norwegian Star, Northwest Natalie, outward bound, and the one treasure passing the ocean dock now. Out.
VTS, Mercurius.
Mercurius, VTS.
Yeah, just finished the one treasure. Back to our station.
Mercurius, VTS, all understood, thank you.
Yep, shipmate Michael White, who's in Bangkok. You'll probably enjoy this, shipmate. Look at that, only 13C here now. 65% humidity and a gentle breeze. It's not your Bangkok weather, that's for sure. Ideal time of year to be going to Bangkok. Yeah, so Norwegian Star, she's heading off to Zeebrugge in Belgium. It's on a 10-day round trip, France, Germany and Belgium. It's heading off to Zeebrugge, then calling in Oslo in Norway, Gothenburg in Sweden, Rostock in Germany, Copenhagen in Denmark, Ijmuden in Holland, and then Le Havre in France. Quite an interesting itinerary that. I've not seen ship stop at Rostock before. I'm going to struggle a little bit here with Netley Cam because we're looking straight into the sun. And looks like the tugs have finished with the one treasure there. There you go. There's one of the little tuggies going around the corner. Not sure which one that is. And it will be next away will be the Anthem of the Seas at 5:15. I've not heard her radio in yet, so I'm assuming it's all good. It's her last departure from the port of Southampton for, as far as I can tell, till the middle of 2025. That's as far as the schedule goes. Actually, it looks quite pretty there, doesn't it? Those clouds have got a good bit of grey colour to them and a bit of blue sky. Almost got a sort of painting, like a painting, doesn't it? Yep, it's Norwegian Star. She's back again, and then off to Lisbon. Then Buenos Aires for the winter. Looks like there'll be a Christmas cruise around South America. This would be. I mean, this is totally different. I've never been all around here. This is really interesting. Oh yeah, it's actually.
A Norwegian Star VTS.
This is actually quite interesting. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the cruise that's Norwegian Star.
Norwegian Star VTS got the Saucepan Dow about to get underway from 40 power station there, outward bound North Channel.
Ah, the Saucepan Dow. Yes, this is a cruise for Norwegian Star on the 22nd of December. It's calling in at Montevideo in Uruguay, then Puerto Madryn in Argentina, then Punta Arenas in Chile, Antarctica, and then back to Ushuaia in Argentina, then calling in at Paradise Harbour in Antarctica, Elephant Island in the Antarctic South Shetlands, and then Port Stanley in the Falkland Islands, then going back to Argentina. That's a really interesting cruise, that. A couple of Antarctic stops, Elephant Island, Falkland Islands. There's the harbour master there, escorting the Norwegian Star down Southampton water. Shipmate Shepherd Book says, for more information on cruise map, Anthem of the Seas will be in Sydney in April next year. Yeah, April in 2026. Yeah, that's right. I don't think we're going to see her again.
Approaching Western Shelf outward.
One Treasure VTS, all received it, thank you. Got the Red Falcon Western Knoll inwards. And the pilot's on board the Independent Horizon now, just coming up east of the town.
Very good, thank you.
Independent Horizon VTS, good evening, good afternoon to you, sir.
Little sailboat there, give you some idea of scale.
Independent Horizon VTS, yep, SET4 I have here, portside 2, 10-4. 2 Tokyo arrivals should be the Mercurius and Eston. PC passed with the Norwegian Star and the One Treasure. One Treasure is Western Shelf now at the moment, given PC of 1735. And then a fully passed with the Anthem of the Seas away from 101 at 17:15.
One containers. Oh, excellent. I was hoping that we'd have a shipmate who was on board Anthem, because I did want to know what was going on. Shipmate Tara T has just filled me in with some details here. Shipmate Tara says, just got off Anthem, spent 5 days at sea, couldn't wait to get home. This is what I thought. It's been lots of odd things going on with Anthem of the Seas. She said we were advised of a Hurricane Kirk. We missed 2 ports, Bilbao and La Coruna, diverted to Le Havre, which we never docked in, and just floated around the English Channel for a day. I spotted that. I spotted that on the tracking app. It's rather unfortunate that you didn't get off, but never mind. At least you had plenty of ship to explore. And I don't suppose you can hold the companies responsible for the bad weather. That is the one treasure heading down Southampton water. Oh, it's very clear visibility. Look at that, all the way to the Isle of Wight. Shipmate Ellie Burley says Independence of the Seas is taking over. Does the Independence of the Seas have any animals on board that we can misgender and call a completely different name? I don't know, but I hope so. You can't beat misnaming things. Last containers passing by on the one. They are such big ships, those container ships. Lovely colour as well, particularly on a day that's dark and grey. It's nothing more stimulating than seeing a magenta container ship come in around to the port of Southampton. Excellent Blue Spanners asking if Tamara T, if the insurance covers missed ports. Oh, I don't know.
BTS, the Anthem of the Seas.
Oh, Anthem of the Seas. Good. I was hoping we might hear from her.
Anthem of the Seas, yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Seas, Starboard Side 2101, just getting ready for departure. 8.9, maximum draft out for Gran Canaria. I've got the figures as well. 3 passengers stroke supernumeraries and 1308 crew.
Wow. That is...
Yep, that's all received. 1308 crew and 3 packs. That's all understood. Thank you. And a poorly path of the Independent Horizon, north and east of the tower at the moment, approaching the new ground.
Yep, that's fine. I'm listening out for a hook time, and I'm aiming on about 1:15-ish, I think, for my lift off, but we'll see how we get on with the Independence time.
And the CZ, all understood, sir. Thank you.
Now that's what I call a crew to passenger ratio. 1,308 crew for 3 passengers. I think they'll probably know who the passenger. I think the crew will know who the passengers are. They'll probably know your first name, your last name,
station call
your shoe size, everything. I'm not sure I'd remember all the crew though. A lot of names, 1,300 names.
Rebel Lander, VTS, all understood. Thank you. Good afternoon, Chief.
Yeah, that's a really good ratio. But like I said, she's off for a refit in the Canary Islands. Now, what was they talking about? I think there's a ship coming in. Is it Horizon or something? Look, Independent Horizon or something?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
No, I thought they...
What's it, Dominic Street? Yes, all understood. Thank you, and good afternoon, George.
No, I thought there was I thought the pilots were saying there was another ship coming in, and they're waiting for that to pass, but I can't see anything. But their visibility is excellent. Shipmate JBT online says, hope you don't have to tip the crew. Yeah, that'll be the most expensive cruise ever, wouldn't it? £1,500 for the crew and £10,000 to tip them. Currently still looking at a 5:15 departure for Anthem of the Seas. We could just see the bow there at the end of Mayflower Park. Still got some shipmates down there. I wonder if they're watching Anthem leave the last time. And you often notice this when it's a new ship or an old ship or something happening for the last time. You'll often see a few shipmates down there in Mayflower Park saying their farewells to Gary as he heads off to Dubai via the Canary Islands. Shipmate Tara T, I think she was asked if she claimed on her insurance for a cruise, but was she saying they refunded us on the day we floated around the channel? You got a 1 day refund. Am I understand that correctly? Well, that's not too bad. I mean, they can't. I mean, it's not their fault, is it really? Well, the shipmate Mags N says they must take on more passengers at the next port of call. I don't know. Do you know? I don't think so, because I think that she's going for a refit in the Canaries. Then she's heading over to Dubai. So I don't think there's any passengers getting on until Dubai. We should start heading down a very calm Southampton water. That water is very flat. There isn't really much in the way of wind today. It definitely feels like autumnal weather now with a temperature of 13 C. I was out on the old Iron Pony earlier, and I must say it did feel a bit nippy. Shipmate Paul says, at least you won't be fighting for the Sun Loungers. No. Shipmate Tara T said, yes, 1 day refund and poor taxes. They're not having anyone on. Yeah. They're going to Dubai and then travelling to Singapore with only staff. Staff was telling us on board. Oh, thanks to that shipmate. Well, that's what it looked like to me. Yes, it looks like it's off for refit and then off to Dubai. So, of course, it'd be nice relaxing for the staff. Imagine all the staff that are on board for catering and cleaning. They won't have to do anything, will they? There's like no cabins to clean. Fantastic. Well, the shipmate Eileen C from Ventura, currently in La Palma, awaiting sail away party. Tenerife tomorrow. Weather glorious. Well, I'm glad the weather's glorious for you, shipmate. It's not been too bad here in port today, but I would certainly think a trip to the Canary Islands this time of year would be perfect. Last time I checked the temperature, it was like the mid-20s. I don't think you could have asked for a better temperature range. Shipmate Tamara said they also had a Medivac on the Bay of Biscay. Gosh, you did have quite a memorable cruise, not necessarily for the right reasons. Shipmate Mouse Loving Lady says, I wonder if she's going the long way round to Dubai or doing the Suez without passengers. I don't know. My understanding is that they're not going through the Suez Canal at the moment due to problems in the Red Sea area, but I don't know. If I can find a good weather day, I'm going to get down to Netley and see if I can straighten the camera up as well. Weekend's looking pretty good weather-wise. I might try and do that. Next departure. Oh, I know I haven't done something. Oh, the shipmates, in case you're wondering, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, and I customarily forget to do that every time. Right. Apart from that, Norwegian Star has departed. She's on her way. Where is she off to? I've forgotten already. Off to slightly unusual. No, she went off. No, not to Uruguay. That's not there. It's another time. She's off. No. Yeah, off to Zeebrugge in Belgium. And then off to the Canary Islands for the refit at 5:15. And for the last time in the port of Southampton will be the One Treasure, taking our channel favourite giraffe mascot, Gary the giraffe, with his little rubber ring on. Shipmate Tamarty says, yes, issues with the Red Sea. I thought as much. I thought that was currently still an issue, causing problems for shipping. See the harbour master there just to the left, and a little yacht out there. Gosh, you can see how gentle the breeze is. The old yacht's not heeling over very much in that wind. Shipmate As Loving Ladies likes to thank Tara T for the info. Yes, you've been very helpful, Tara. I was hoping that a shipmate would come in and let us know quite what happened on that cruise, because it did look unusual. Oh, and more importantly, shipmate Tamara T says, would definitely remember the cruise, but it hasn't put her off. She's booked another. Excellent. Like I say, you can't really have a bad time on board, can you? Might be unfortunate if you can't pop into La Coruna, but it's not a complete loss. So yes, the Anthem of the Seas is scheduled to depart at 5:15. Just check. I thought they were saying that something else was moving. No, I can't see the ship they were talking about, unless it was. No. Don't know. I don't know what ship they were talking about. I thought they were talking about something else. But anyway, the Anthem of the Seas departing at 5:15, and she has on board 3 passengers and 1,308 crew. Absolutely phenomenal. Shipmate Ellie says, guessing they're not actually paying passengers, people who aren't technically crew but are repositioning. Yes, I would imagine that's the case. Yes, I wouldn't think they're actually passengers. No, they're just not crew. Possibly employees for the company having a little bit of a jolly. What if they'd open the restaurants though? You'd have to eat with the crew mess, wouldn't you? Oh, there's a really good view out there today. Look at that. Got a really good view on the red jets coming past here. Well, it's 31 nautical miles. I don't know. It seems like it's clearer than that to me. Certainly getting a lovely view of the one now with the sun on her stern. Another red jet shooting past on the far side there. Yeah, shipmate Smarties. Yeah, the crew loving it. Free roam the ship. Absolutely. Free roam the ship. Nothing to do. I was going to say, if you're in certain, I suppose if you're in the entertainment, that'd be great, wouldn't it? You won't have to do any entertainment. And if you're cleaning cabins, you won't have to do any cleaning cabins. But I suppose if you're in the cooking for passengers, you won't have to be doing that. But if you're cooking for the crew, you still have to do that, won't you? And of course, the engineer will have to keep the engine running, and the captain's got to make sure the ship's pointing in the right direction. So some people still have to do some jobs, but yeah, ultimately, it's going to be a very quiet cruise. It's time's just coming up to 5 o'clock, and the Anthem of the Seas is due at 5:15. So we'll keep a little eye on Norwegian Star here. She heads down Southampton water, and we'll keep a look on the One Treasure as well. Actually, the last day in port for Anthem of the Seas. She's heading off to Tenerife for a refit, and then over to Dubai. And there's some really interesting cruises after that. I was just looking through the cruise list. her first cruise after the refit from Dubai. Calling in at Mumbai in India, Kochi in India, and then Phuket in Thailand, which is a curious destination, Phuket, because there's, my knowledge, there's not really a port in Phuket, so I'm guessing she'll be dropping anchor and having a little shuttle service over to the mainland. I think that might be the Saucepan Dhow that we can just see coming on the right hand side of our screen there. Yes, it is. That's the Saucepan Dhow.
BTS, Red Eagle, shortly departing Royal Pier for East Cowes, please.
Red Eagle, BTS, thank you. That's all received. And no immediate traffic.
Oh, copy, thank you.
Yep, so she's calling in and then calling it Singapore. Now, she's based in Singapore for what looks like the majority of the winter, with various cruises to Phuket and Asia. So you do a 4-day cruise to Phuket from Singapore. That calls in at Penang Island in Malaysia, and then Phuket, and then back again. Doing quite a lot of those. And then she's also going to Vietnam. A whole lot of cruise stops in Vietnam, and then quite a lot of Penang cruises. Lots of short ones, lots of 3-day, 5-day, 4-day ones. And then she's doing that all the way until May time, and then she's off to Seattle. Once she's in Seattle, she'll be carrying out a 7-day round trip to Alaska. And that looks pretty good as well. Calling in at Juneau in Alaska, Skagway in Alaska, Barnoff Island in Alaska, and then one stop in Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada. Hey. But not scheduled to come back to the UK. Then after that, Sydney, based in Sydney, doing all sorts of exciting trips in Sydney. Looks like they're going to New Zealand, South Pacific
Good
cruise.
afternoon, local short food at mode 1.
Calling it Vanuatu. South Pacific cruises. Yep,
Thank you.
exciting. But not to the port of Southampton, unfortunately.
BTS, Town Quay, code sign Lima, Alpha Tango Echo 8, channel 12.
Don't you just Southampton, BTS.
Yes, ma'am. May I know our sailing time, sir? According to the agent, is 1830. Over.
Don't you just Southampton, BTS. Yes, that is correct. 1830 for your departure, please.
Yes, ma'am. The pilot coming from the shore side. That's correct.
Don't you just. Yes, that is correct.
Thank you, ma'am. We are waiting for the pilots. We sailing time 1830. Pilot coming from the shore side. Quarter. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Gosh, there's a lovely little bit of sun out there, calm water. What great sun anyway.
Explorer Southampton, BTS.
You see now she's starting to make the turn around Cowshot Spit.
Explorer Southampton, BTS. All copy, thank you. Traffic outward bound is clear channel passenger vessel Norwegian Star at Castle Point Buoyant. Clear channel, please. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Shipmate Narrow Boat Firefly says that they were on Anthem of the Seas in September. Understanding it's repositions to Dubai around Africa for no passengers. The cruise via the Suez Canal was cancelled. Yes, I did hear that. There's been a few that have been cancelled, I think. Shipmate Elizabeth Liebman says, wonder if they let the crew sleep in the guest cabins. Ooh. I don't know. I should ask a friend of mine. She's an ex-crew of a ship. She always answers those sorts of strange questions. There we go. There's the couple of red jets and one magenta container ship. That's very clear. Clear and calm. Next away, approximately 13 minutes time, is for the last time the Anthem of the Seas with the channel favourite
BTS, the Anthem of the Seas.
Gary Giraffe, and the Anthem of the Seas can radio in just to talk about it.
Yeah. Give me again. Have you had the confirmation of hook time? I might have missed it because we were doing a brief for the independent.
Yeah, afternoon, standby, please.
Yeah, there's another ship coming in or something, but I can't see which one they're talking about.
Independent Horizon, Southampton, beaches.
Independent Horizon, where is that? Oh, I see. She's out by the nav anchorage. We won't be able to hear the radio. That's too far away. But this is the ship they're talking about. It's the Independent Horizon. So I think she's trying to align a pass in... Oops. She'll be trying to pass probably up by Fawley somewhere, I imagine.
Yeah, BTS Anthem, that's all understood. Thank you, 1800. We'll be lifting up in the next 5 just to put it on down.
Well, I didn't hear the other side of that radio message, but yes, it sounds like they're going to pass opposite Fawley. So she's just going to lift off, swing round and poodle down Southampton water, as the pilot said.
Right, the one treasure. Hello, Brown.
I'd imagine the one treasure is going to pass her off of Cow.
Independent Horizon, the one treasure. Hello, Barry. Looking good for about 17:35. She might slow that right down into the tide when we get to the PC. So might be 17:40. We'll see how we go.
It's out of the seas there. Though I think there is a little crowd down there to say farewell to Gary.
BTS, red jets, 6 approaching the high final permission to carry on speed.
Digit 6, which is, yes, please, proceed at speed.
One treasure is heading on a short journey over to Le Havre in France. $189,000 gross tons, with a size of 400 meters. That's as big as they come in the world of container ships. There's Anthem of the Seas there, just round the corner. She's radioed in. Says she's going to lift off shortly. We'll keep an eye out. It'd be nice to think that she would give us lots of honking as she leaves, but I don't think that'll be the case. Anthem of the Seas, only 9 years old, built in 2015. And she did have a refurbishment in 2020. I don't know what they're doing. I think she's going to be in port for quite a while, so they're probably changing a few things around. I mean, they are in constant use, aren't they, these ships? So they do get quite a lot of wear and tear. Got capacity for around 4,800 passengers and 1,300 crew. And today there are just 3 passengers and 1,300 crew. I think it was 1,300 crew, or was it 1,100? Yeah, 1,300 crew. So she's fully crewed with just the 3 passengers. It's very clear that we can just about see the 2 ferries in the distance there, the 2 white blobs that are just a bit hazy. They are the ferries from Portsmouth to Fishbourne on the Isle of Wight. Yeah, some lovely looking clouds this evening. It has brightened up quite nicely. It started off a bit dark this morning, but the weather has improved. Just a few minutes longer and then we'll see Anthem of the Seas pirouetting off of the end. Mayflower Park, like I said, there are a few shipmates down there that come to say farewell. There you go, a little gaggle of shipmates down there. Well, the shipmate Mr. Jingle says, why only 3 passengers? Only 3 passengers because the Anthem of the Seas is going for a refit in the Canary Islands, so she's not taking passengers with her, but there do happen to be 3 people on board who are passengers, so I'd imagine, as someone said earlier, they're probably employees or maybe the captain's wife or captain's husband, depending. Shipmate Sussex Rail Enthusiast says, oh yeah, also Saucepan Do is in view. Yeah, Saucepan Do is just right there on the left. She pops in and out of the old Fawley Power Station. There's a little tiny harbour there. I think she goes over there, and I'm not entirely sure what she does once she's over there, because she's a hopper dredger. Maybe she was just dredging the entranceway, but she's often bouncing around port. The Saucepan Dow. Norwegian Star is just passing by Bramble Bank, turning round. Let's have a look, see if I can get Cal's cam to work. Oh, yeah. It's actually looking quite pretty over on Cow's Camp. Look at that. It's blue sky. Some
Southampton Vitesse,
clouds.
Red Falcon, passing northwest neatly inbound. Permission to carry on with speed caution.
Red Falcon, yes, please carry on.
Although it does look like it might be raining over on the mainland somewhere. Can even see the cars on the road on top of the Isle of Wight there. What's it called? That road, Ridgeway or something like that. You can just about make them out. That's very good visibility today. Anthem of the Seas is away next, and away next for the last time with Gary on board. She's due away in probably about 4 minutes' time. Oh, shipmate Sussex Rail Enthusiast. Oh, it's got some excellent information there. says they spotted saucepan dhow in New Haven last week. Apparently it cost the Port Authority £22,000 a day to hire in. She's a hopper dredger, so she'd be making sure that the navigable channels are deep enough for all the ships. But yeah, £22,000 a day. Well, I guess, it's quite a specialist vessel. I imagine it costs quite a lot of fuel to run it. Obviously, that hopper dredger running, and then of course you've got to go and dump all the aggregate somewhere that all the stuff you've sucked up from the bottom. Looks like a fairly decent sized powerboat coming up Southampton waters, making a good wake. Well, the shipmate Patrick Edwards says, hope on one next Wednesday we sail Sky Princess. Well, if I'm not on, the cameras will be live streaming all the time, so you can always check on Port Cam and Ferry Cam, of course. Live streams during the midweek can be difficult. Don't often get back in time.
Independent Horizon, all copy, thank you. Would you like countdown? Thank you.
Yeah, there's that powerboat. Oh, it's quite a decent size, isn't it? They've got AIS. No, here's not.
No, spread middle. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, one treasure at the hook point, main channel to the east, and copy the independent going north to the right.
Thank you.
But shipmate Dano 7.0 says, oh, it's Ashley Downs, Newport Ride. Or Sandown. Yeah, could be. Shipmates Woolly Beef says, did I ever get someone in a rib to get in the way and get honked at? No, not yet. Probably me though, shortly at some point. Quite good at getting honked at. Just 1 minute to go now, I think, before the next departure of Anthem of the Seas for the very last time for the Port of Southampton. Well, the shipmate Andrew Summers asks, do all ships inbound and outbound have a pilot on board? No, it's good. That's a good question, shipmate. No is the answer to that. Most ships that you see here, for instance, the container ships and the cruise ships, they'll all have a pilot on board. The ferries, for example, won't have a pilot on board, and that's because they know what they're doing. And some of the other ships in the area that are here a lot, they will also not have a pilot on board. They'll have a PC certificate that allows them to navigate the waters themselves. So it's a good question, that shipmate. Yeah, so not all of them, but generally most ships do have a pilot on board. Shipmate, cow's cow. Oh, thank you, Shepherd.
Yes, why not?
Why not, teacher?
Hey, American War down for these and sailing.
Why not? All copy, thank you.
There we go. Anthem on the move.
Thank you, Weston.
I'll get one last look at Gary. Well, the shipmate.
We just two traffic information, UTD Bluefin, crossing new ground, inward bound. No immediate traffic outward bound.
Ahoy there, shipmate. Royal Navy Yachtmaster says, morning from San Diego. Ahoy there, shipmate, from San Diego. One of my favourite places, San Diego. Shipmate Ellie Bully says, oh yes, they don't need a pilot at the registered Port of Southampton. Yes, I think that's the case as well. Yes, Gazza's going to miss himself. He says, "Well, yes, the only Gazza that we talk about will be you now, Gazza, not your giraffe namesake." I wonder which way the Anthem of the Seas is going to spin. I'm going to say anti-clockwise. I can almost feel it happening already. Unlike the Norwegian Star, who graced us with a clockwise spin for a change. Their Royal Navy Yachtmaster. Yes, I haven't been to San Diego for a while. I do like a little trip down to Coronado. Lovely area, lovely temperatures. There we go. Get our first glimpse of Gary right up there at the top. I'll have a quick zoom in.
Test engineer, loud and clear.
Because we don't get to see Gary because he's on the wrong side of the ship. And this is our last opportunity. And obviously there's nobody on board to wave because there's only 3 passengers on board. Actually, we could play Spot the Passenger. There we go. There's Gary and his big life ring. He's looking a bit lonely up there, isn't he? There's no one round. Poor old Gary. Oh, there's someone. No, that's definitely crew. I can see a what looks to me like a chef's costume. Have a quick look. Where'd he go? There he is. I bet he's gone out for a sneaky gasper on the stern. Oh, there's a couple more. The flow rider's not on. Nothing's on. No passengers on board. There'll be no flag waving. No county flags for me to misidentify.
Southampton beaches,
So 3 passengers on board and 1,300 crew. I suppose it's by its very definition a ghost ship.
Heading to beaches 1900. Okay, thank you. Received.
And just as the Anthem of the Seas is starting her spin, we can see quite a rather smoky old Norwegian Star there. Move the camera to a better place. No, too late. Too late, I missed it. Yep, drawing a little crowd down there in Mayflower Park saying farewell. Well, the shipmate Tina Stockman says, I love my cruises on Anthem of the Sea. She's a lovely ship. Who are the passengers? It's a good question, isn't it? Who are the passengers? It'd be like you're on some strange sort of sci-fi film, isn't it? Wandering around the ship, no one else on board, just you, or 3 passengers. Shipmate Raymond says, "Words is a big crew party tonight." Yes, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, I don't think we're going to see anyone. Is there a couple of people up on top? Actually, there might be. Oh, there is. There is a few people. Maybe this is a crew that don't have any duties. Typically, they're in the galley cooking. Maybe that's the buffet team having a day off. There you go, Anthem of the Seas. Would be good if they waved. I know some crew do watch the channel. In fact, we had a ro-ro come in once to the port of Southampton, and as the ro-ro went up Southampton water, we zoomed in on the stern, and the chap gave us a wave. Apparently his parents back in Indonesia were watching the channel, and they saw their son on the back of a ro-ro. I thought that was quite sweet. Oh, look at the sky. It's turning out to be lovely.
Region 7. Good afternoon, and all copied outward bound traffic is 1 treasure. Southward turn and clear channel, please. And Anthem of the Seas is underway now from 101. Over.
Shipmate R Gaming says...
Yeah, of course, Southward 4 meters. Thank you.
Shipmate R Gaming says, it's been on Anthem 3 times. It's best cruises I've ever been on. Can't wait for Independence of the Seas to come back. Hope the crew have an amazing time on board for the next 2 to 3 weeks alone. Yes. It's like their own little holiday, isn't it? Before they head off to Dubai. So last refitted in 2020, only 9 years old, so she's already had 1 refit. I don't know the extent of this refit. Sometimes they'll announce that they're fitting in new restaurant concepts and various different bits and pieces, but I don't know this time. Not read anything. Normally space for about 4,800 passengers, but only 3 passengers on board today. 3 very special passengers getting VIP treatment, I'd imagine. Or maybe not. Maybe they've got to eat in the crew mess. Shipmate Willie Beef's trying to find a volunteer to get into the way of the cruise ships and get honked at. Well, you'll certainly get honked at. I'm not sure if the harbour master would be particularly happy if you keep terrorising the cruise ships to get some honks out of them. But it's a jolly good idea, though. I'm all in favour of getting some honks. There we go. I think it's turning out to be quite a lovely sunset this evening. We'll have some lovely colours, I imagine, coming off the camera. It's always good to have a little bit of wispy cloud around. It seems to pull out the colour. If it's clear blue sky, it just fades very quickly. It'll go from blue, and then you have a bit of colour, and then it'll be dark.
Southampton VTS, Red Jet 6, good evening, shortly away from Town Quay.
Red Jet 6 VTS, good evening, and all copied outward bound is Anthem of the Seas 101. Proceeding out now. We'll be having a foley pass with Independent Horizon. Both a clear channel, Independent Horizon. Approaching northeast, right, middle buoy, going north of the bank.
VTS, both are received, thank you.
Shipmate Ellie says, would you get arrested if you were doing it on purpose? You were talking about getting in the way of the cruise ships to make them honk. Well, I suppose I'm not sure you'd get arrested, but I think if you did it repeatedly, they might. The harbour master might not be very pleased with you. Normally, the harbour master escorts the larger ships out.
Anthem of the Seas all swung pier head boy out now.
Anthem of the Seas, thank you. The Independent Horizon approaching northeast, right middle.
All understood. Yeah.
Shipmate R Gaming reckons it's a full ship refurbishment. Or what Royal used to call an amplification. Very exotic term for a paint. Shipmate Sussex Grow Enthusiast thinks they're making it, giving the interior an Asian makeover. Well, that's not a bad idea, I suppose. If she's going to a different part of the world, then perhaps, yes, perhaps an Asian makeover will be just the thing. So maybe a few more sushi bars. Do like a sushi bar. Oh, it's very strong sun, isn't it, looking this way? Not that you can see, but trust me, there is nobody on those balconies. Oh, shipmate Ashley Sharman is going on next October from Vancouver to Honolulu. 9-day trip. Oh, that's an interesting one. Vancouver to Honolulu. Wonder where else you're cool. I suppose you may be doing a few of the Hawaiian Islands, perhaps. Vancouver is a great place to start. Often voted as the best city in the world to live in, Vancouver. Has the combination of good quality of life, well-paid jobs, low crime rates, good property prices, all those things have make it one of the most desirable places in the world to live, according to some report. No, gaming. Shipmates has telling me they're removing the Brass and Bock pub and replacing it with a tea room, and moving Sorrento's to the buffet because it's rude to eat while walking around in Asia. Well, that's true. God, really getting rid of the pub though. Well, we did get one last brief glimpse there of Gary. That was it, I'm afraid. He's on the wrong side of the ship for us to see, especially with this awful bright sun at the moment. There she is.
Red Eagle, thank you. Inward bound, independent horizon, north, east, right, middle. Will be clear channel.
Independent Horizon is just approaching Cowes now. So yes, it looks like they'll be for a Forley pass. There goes Anthem. Perhaps they'll give the hull a bit of a repaint as well. I've noticed there's been... I wonder if I can zoom in. I think the sun might be detrimental to our viewing. Oh, no, here we go. Yes, you can see that it looks like she's had a few rubs and scrapes on the... Come on, camera. Behave yourself. A few rubs and scrapes there on the front. So you can see all sorts of patchwork of different blue colour. It would be good to see that all the right colour blue. I do like the blue of Anthem of the Season. Look at that. All those balconies empty, 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 empty. Not a shipmate in sight. Empty, empty, empty everywhere. Look at that. Apart from a couple of crew up here, I can see. Again, look like chefs. What are all the chefs doing up on deck? Haven't they got jobs? There's no crew, no on board. Take some time off. Shipmate Art Gaming says it's a pity that Independence has a white hull. I agree. I do like to see a colourful hull. White, nothing wrong with white, but there's a lot of them that are white and they do get a bit confusing sometimes. I didn't think I would like the grey of the Virgin ships, but in reality,
Hello, Previous, thank you. The full copy traffic outward bound is One Treasure, West Bramble Boy. Clear channel, please. And Anthem of the Seas at Gimp Elbow. We'll be having Forley pass with Independent Horizon. Independent Horizon is approaching north, right, middle. Over.
Yes, as this is the last time we're going to see Anthem of the Seas, I shall keep following it all the way down Southampton water. We may get a glimpse of Gary as CS28 points out on Cowes Cam. Briefly, as she goes speeding by. There we go. Oh, it looks like there's a couple of crew up there on the wing bridge as well. Yeah, not often they get out, is it? Yes, I was going to say, the Virgin hull with a grey hull. I was really quite keen on the grey hull of the Virgin ships. I didn't think I'd like it, but in reality, I think it looks quite good. Maybe it's the red detailing they've got. It works rather well. But to see those here in the Port of Southampton, they go in and out of Portsmouth. Rather annoying. Just crew up on deck, although there are 3 passengers. Where they are, I don't know. If I had my way, I'd be on the bridge. It's special treatment as we're leaving port. Real VIP treatment that'll be, getting out on the deck. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that one, shipmates. Rather unusual and a little sad to see the last of of Anthem of the Seas. Like I say, she's off for a refit in the Canary Islands and then off to Asia, and then to Australia and also over to the Alaska in Seattle. So we're not going to see her again. No more Gary. We'll have a couple more live streams over the weekend. Queen Mary 2 on Sunday, if my friends remember which side is port and starboard and will be able to wave. I've told them off. Hopefully they'll know what to do this time. Friday, we have Queen Anne and MSC Preziosa. Saturday's Avia and MSC Virtuosa and Celebrity Apex. Hopefully Celebrity Apex will be travelling the easterly route via the Needles. That is quite exciting. If you haven't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. Helps the channel out massively, spreads the word. Hit that notification bell, and then when I go live, you'll find out. 'Cause I can't always predict. You wouldn't believe the number of times I reach my cabin, get things set up, and go live with just minutes to spare. It's absolutely amazing. Traffic these days is a real pain. Many thanks to all the PayPal donors, Patreons, and of course members of the channel, and of course most of all to the Blue Spanner crew, who are absolutely brilliant in helping me out in the channel and telling me what I'm not doing, which happens quite a lot. I should continue to follow Anthem for the very last time from the port of Southampton.
Independent Horizon, thank you.
Till next time, shipmates.
Britannia, Beaches, thank you. Bravo VTS. Sir, Bravo VTS, thank you very much. All received. No immediate traffic.
BTS Anthem of the Seas, Western Shelf out now, just coming down slowly to Foley.
Thank you.
Tower Roger 7, net lane request to maintain a field caution.
Roger. Yes, please carry on.